We're in Dubarry Park in Athlone for the 2018 Student Sport Ireland IRFU third level Rugby Cup Finals. Later on, the men's decider for the Brendan Johnston Cup, a rematch of last year's final where IT Carlow dramatically edged out Garda College. They face off again, but it's the women's final we will start off with. NUI Galway did 2 in a row last year, but they were beaten in the semi-final by the team that they defeated in last year's decider, University Limerick. And in this year's final, they are up against DCU. So University of Limerick, who were here last year, beaten by NUI Galway, but they retain Rosie Newton, a full-back, Ashley Sheehan, the right wing, Clodagh Hannafy, plenty in the back lines who have carried on from 2017, and Kate English as well in the left wing, the Ireland under-19 and 7s international. It's a strong-looking side, and they are the team who knocked out the holders in the semi-final. And on the bench for them today, Anya Lucy, who was involved in last year's final, Maeve O'Dwyer as well, and number 17 of New Ross, Mary Lambert, Aoife O'Grady. It's a strong-looking setup. As for DCU, Anna Doyle of Tullow in the centre, partnering Emma Hubin of St Mary's College. Her clubmate Anya Lyons on the left wing, and also worth watching out for the Garda pair. Kieran McDonald the out half, and in the second row, Sophie Kilburn. On the bench, Katie O'Brien of Tullamore, Eva Keeley of Tullow, and on the right-hand side, all of those who have not been able to be included for the final in the 22. So hello from Will Downing, and alongside me today is Alice O'Callaghan, and this will be an interesting one.
Yeah, it should be a good match. The two teams met at the beginning of the season and it was a close one, so with UL just winning out by 1 point, so hopefully today we'll have another great game.
And our referee for the final is Daithí Flood. So away we go, and it is Dublin City University who get us underway. They are predominantly in the blue against University Limerick, who are in the blue and maroon. It's a very busy day here across Dubarry Park. There are 3 pitches, and we'll bring you up to date with all of the day's results as they progress. It's a good strong challenge straight away, but a knock on, and it will be a scrum in favour here of DCU, so an early error punished. Extra support needed just in the back row. It was Ciara McDonald who came across by the looks of it, but Griffin with the put in here for DCU. Looking to receive again at the back, and felt Helen McDermott was getting too close to her, but here's the dynamic breakaway, and well, that was the reason why they had a little switch in the back row. It was a breakaway by Maureen Hopkins, but she dropped it. Held up again, 10 from the line. And they didn't get out of it in time, and it is a University Limerick ball, and a quick tap and run again, trying to crash over the line there. Good break, McDermott and Devlin Nicobert are both there. It comes across towards the near side. Comes through again towards Becky Gavin. Lots of room, and that's the touchdown. That's the opening try, scored by Ashley Sheehan for University Limerick. They hit the front, and we've played 12 minutes on a good try.
Yeah, great try from UL there. They stayed patient and worked their lines really well. Their passes were all going to hand, and it was a great finish in the corner.
So they're over. They've hit the front, and we've played 12 minutes, and Ashley Sheehan's got it. That's the angle. And quite an angle for Becky Gavin. Tucked away down the right-hand side by the touchline. Becky Gavin of Castlebar. Right-footed. You may remember last year's women's final, there was a bit of difficulty with the kicking in terms of the conditions and so on. Becky Gavin hasn't got that. 0 from 1, and it's 5-0 for UL and a prime start for them. So the line-out throw to come then from Laura Power. And we played 16 minutes and UL are 5-0 up. Again, went for a short one. There's Joan McSorley, the second row to claim, goes through Anna Doyle, and now here comes Kate Cullen, the ECU full-back, never say die. Great approach, Anna Doyle is back in support again and picked up by Niamh Griffin. Support to the right from Laura Power. Helen McDermott in the way again. Good claim by Griffin, getting it out wide. Here's Claire McDonald. Now they've got plenty of players up here. Anna Doyle, still going, Anna Doyle! Has she made it? Oh yes, she has! And ECU tie it up at 5 apiece. A superb try by Anna Doyle, and what an exquisite move it was too.
It was absolutely brilliant play from DCU there. They worked the ball really well. They recognised that they had a huge overlap on the blind side, and it was a fantastic finish from number 13, Anna Doyle. In fairness, they're down to 14, and to get a score back on the board is fantastic work from them.
Well, this was the try. What a great break it was. Fantastic by Anna Doyle. Running and running and running, and over the line she went. So here comes the conversion from Ciara McDonald. Slightly left of centre. Now that's a good kick if it makes it. That's sadly not. Advantage won't accrue, but they've reworked it, recycled, and here we go again for the next phase as Griffin got it out, and charging forward is Moraid Hopkins. And again it's Griffin for Ciara McDonald. Well, they have got the head down. This is Anne-Marie Dunphy trying to make it up towards the University of Limerick 22 into the final 10 minutes of this half. Tied at 5 apiece. A try each and a missed conversion each. And that will be DCU's. And generally no time's been wasted by any of the sides with this so far.
No, they've been taking the tap and goes pretty quick from the penalties, and it's made for an exciting game. I think both sides are probably guilty of giving away a little bit too many penalties, but DCU there to again won another turnover at a vital moment and managed to escape into UL's half, so they've done really well defensively.
Gonna go for the post here. And it's Ciara McDonald right in front, just around 30 out or thereabouts. Naught from one so far. We've not seen a successful kick yet, but that can change. Meanwhile, there is a change, and Sophie Kilburn's going to go off. This is the penalty, which is good, and that's a super kick by Ciara McDonald. It's the first successful kick of this SSI IRFU Women's Division 1 final, and it's 8 points to 5 late in the first half of this Women's Division 1 final. Dug out well by Helen McDermott. Comes across towards Surka Ulakan of UL Bows. Look at this for a break. Rosie Newton down the left-hand side. Still going up, held up well by Anna Doyle. Broke all the way from her own 22 to close to the opposition 22. And here goes Anna Doyle. And Doyle is all on her own. Up towards the 22. Can she go all the way? Decided to sidestep inside. If she kept going, she obviously didn't have confidence with her own pace. Heading down the wing. Because otherwise I think she was set to make it. Well, that was an interesting one. That was a very, very interesting one, because I definitely think if she'd kept going on her own path, I think from the angle that we have, she'd have made it. But
I think she definitely had the pace to go on the outside. She should have backed herself, and she would have had a great chance to get in the corner there.
Could have been a try. Instead, it's launched out by Emma Breen straight into touch. It's a good final this so far, though. So Laura Power with the line-out throw. And up went Joanne McSorley, but it didn't go her way. University of Limerick will turn it around, and they've turned it around very well with Jessica HEWITT. Nickabard over it again, and also there is Ciara McLaughlin. into touch, and half-time it is. And DCU leading the break by 8 points to 5. It was UL in front through Ashley Sheehy, a try after 12 minutes. Becky Gavin missed the conversion. Anna Doyle over the line herself 5 minutes later. That was when DCU were down to 14. McDonald missing the conversion, but then sent over a penalty. And at half-time in the Women's Division 1 final, it is UL 5, DCU 8. So away we go. Second half is back on in Athlone.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant first half. The game's been really exciting, and both sides have probably left some opportunities there on the field that they could have taken. I think the two number 8s have stood out for both UL and DCU, and they've been the difference so far.
Let's grab through towards Anya Line. Support here from Anya Riley. It's Moraid Hopkins. Comes through towards Kieran McDonald, the out half from Garda RFC, and Molly Scuffle-McCabe with her first touch in this final down the right-hand side.
It's all to play for in the second half. I think both sides will be pretty happy. UL kind of giving away turnovers at the vital moments, and that's something they'll want to improve on in the second half.
Griffin launching it across towards Joanne McSorley. Now she's trying to break through beyond the 10-metre line and did that successfully. Here's Niamh Griffin. Ciara McDonald just ran beyond her, bounced around the halfway line, and DCU have lost a bit of ground, but they've kept the ball importantly. Well, the loss of Anna Doyle, who scored their try after 17 minutes, potentially a bit of a blow there, Alice.
Yeah, potentially it is for DCU, but Molly Scuffle-McCabe is a great replacement, and she's also been involved in some of the Ireland Sevens development squads, so she should be interesting to see how she get on. She had a nice little step there when she got the ball, so it'll be good to see how she goes in the second half.
So Niamh Griffin with the quick layoff for Caroline Quirk. Goes to ground, and here we go again with Niamh Griffin laying it out to the left-hand side. Emma Hubin it went through and being covered by Molly Scuffle-McCabe once more. Quick turnover, well worked by UL. Helen McDermott now. They've got a bit of pace themselves and lots of it, and they've shown it off in this final. Clodagh Hanafy. Hanafy making the charge down the left-hand side. Now she has pace. Hanafy still going. There's only one who can stop her, and I don't think Kate Cullen can get there. Maybe she can. Went all the way to the line. Is it a touchdown? Oh, it doesn't look like it. What a break, a brilliant break, fantastic dynamic, but they didn't get it down.
That was an absolutely brilliant covering tackle from Kate Cullen of DCU. She managed to hold the ball up over the line. Definitely never give up attitude there, and brilliant play from DCU there.
Well, look at this for the break by Clodagh Hanafy, and she had gone almost all the way. Kate Cullen was the last one back, and right at the end she got it down and couldn't ground the ball. I think it was grounded before the line, so obviously scrum 5, but didn't ground it over the line. Magnificent break, and one of those where you'd always say, well, that deserves a try. Didn't get one, but they might do here. It's picked up at the back exquisitely by, once more, Dervlet Nicobard. And here we go again. It's McDermott playing it out to her right. Can Aideen Liddy get over? Not successfully. Held up, just shy. And that's going to be DCU's for a knock-on. Anya Lyons left to try and rescue it from a DCU perspective. It's come loose, and it's picked up quickly by Emma Breen. How far can she get? Goes down 10 from the DCU line. Picked up again by McDermott for Gavin. They've worked it well across towards the centre, and they've got further players left over on the left-hand side, and the former Rosie Newton and Ashley Sheehy, who scored the first try. McDermott for Gavin. Going one way, then the next. Becky Gavin of Castlebar. Fry line. And McDermott all the way across. Now they've got plenty over, and Dervla McAbard. What an opening. Great chance for UL. Well, they'll take it up again. So Dervlin Ichabod to restart. The number 8. Quick tap and crashing towards the two-tone blue of DCU. Kieran McLaughlin, the lock over it again. Slight movement. Elizabeth McNicholas was there, and Rachel Dunn as well. Now, have they got there? No, again, they can't get it down. And DCU just continuously get it right, and it was Anya Riley who denied them this time.
Again, DCU managed to hold the ball up over the line. UL have been a little bit unfortunate. They just, again, can't seem to finish the score. But they've got another opportunity here. They've had all the possession and all the pressure, so they really need to get a score out of this.
Maybe seeing Anya Lucy come off the bench shortly for University of Limerick. She's limbering up at the moment on the near side. So another scrum, 5 close to the line. This one in favour of UL, the put in by Helen McDermott. And now the chance for them to maybe get a rolling maul. Well, they went another way, and it's picked up by Planning Ichabod again. She's over this time. UL have worked it brilliantly, fabulously. What quick thinking.
That was a really well-deserved try for UL. They've had all the pressure since the beginning of the first half or second half, and they finally got the score they deserve. Great finish from Dervlin Ichabod there off the back of the scrum.
Well, she picked it up rapidly, running up towards the line, charged over, and that's a fabulous try. Right in front of the post then for Becky Gavin to convert. UL lead by 2, and this to make it a 4-point game. And she has! DCU have taken off Kate Cullen, by the way. So it's received by Sinead Hogg and quickly pulled across for Emma Breen, and Anya Lucy had it. Dervlin Ichabod still running, still going. Where's she going to end up? Maybe past the try line, and she will too! Great try, a second of the final, that's a brilliant score! Dervlin Ichabod, magnificent, over the line for a second try, and it's UL's third, and they're on the way, 17 points to 8 they lead.
Oh, it was a fantastic individual try from Ichabod. Her footwork was fantastic, was brilliant. She managed to sidestep 2 or 3 defenders there, and Niamh Griffin just couldn't hold on to her, and she crossed the line.
Well, the run here, dynamic by Dervlin Ichabod of UL Bows. Well, they missed out last year, but it's looking good for them here. 15 to go. Here comes the conversion. Remember, Becky Gavin is now off. Emma Breen of Bantry Bay. Right-footed. Oh, she's missed it. But still 17 points to 8. Strong advantage for UL with 14 to go.
Yeah, they definitely have the advantage now. DCU need 2 scores to get back into the game. And
well, Anya Lyons hasn't had too many opportunities to break forward. And that was another of them where she was stopped off. Now Emma Hooban is support. Wide on the left-hand side. Quickly rebuffed, Anya Lyons. Miriam Scully held up on the 22. They still prospects here, DCU. Ciara McDonald, lots of support, but they trail heavily, 17 points to 8. The stadium clock locked on 80. It's at the feet of Miriam Scully. But gathered and stopped by Dervlin Ichabod. Wide on the right, this is Killy Doolan. Denied by Stephanie Carroll. Just rolled in front of Molly Scuffle McCabe. Scuffed a bit. It's with Joanne McSorley. Run through Scofield McCabe again, and here's the break down the middle. Emma Hubin, can she go all the way? Held up 5 from the University Limerick line. DCU still have a bit of life and some hope, and it's a good pick up here by Molly Scofield McCabe, but again she's brought down close to the line. Good pick up by Emma Lucky. The prop hasn't made it over. Tight margins, centimetres away. Have they made it now through Caroline Quirk? No, she didn't get it down. And UL have done it again.
Yeah, great play there from DCU. They worked the ball really well. And it was a fantastic break from Emma Hubin. She was just unfortunate not to make it over the line.
Lots of injuries and the clock ran on, so it is not time yet. So it is a DCU scrum 5. So many tired limbs, tired bodies. Niamh Griffin being consoled on the touchline. The starting scrum half for DCU. It's the put in, McCleary. And dropped! Dropped by Hopkins. But they have it again and a chance to do another tap and go. As it's dragged across for Emma Hubin. Goes for it herself. Held up again, just as she was about to go over. DCU are pushing, driving. The belief hasn't gone. It's come out for Molly Scofield McCabe again, and they've got lots of room here, but it's been knocked on, has it? By McDonald, it's come loose! And it's out over the dead ball line, and that is it. University of Limerick beaten in the final last year by NUI Galway. Turned them over in this year's semi-final, and they've beaten DCU in the decider by 17 points to 8. And it's University Limerick top of the summit this year. Great campaign.
Yeah, fantastic result for UL there. They really deserved it. They're much stronger in the second half. They fixed their problems and they came out and they worked really hard for their tries. Derwin Nicovard really stood out for them, but defensively DCU just couldn't get to break through at all in the second half. UL really stood out from that point of view.
Well, she can lift it now, Rosie Newton. It's UL's for 2018. Quick word, Jessica HEWITT here. Well, you've got to the top of the summit this year and definitely gone through the pain barrier for it as well.
Yeah, great things after last year. I mean, watching the team, I had a broken leg then, so it's just great to come back and win the whole thing. And great teamwork out there. Unlucky for our juniors, but we did it for them, so it's fantastic.
And a really thrilling final as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gassed after it. Everyone just put in their best shot, so it's great work, DCU, and of course our ladies too, so thank you.
Just talk us about the quality of the performance today.
Oh, like, I can't put it into words. It's like we've been working up to this all year, getting better. Each game we've been working harder and completing those passes and just working so hard, and I'm just so proud of them. We left everything we had on that pitch today.
What's it like being a spectator for the final few minutes of this?
Oh, it's all there in the pit of your stomach, and but sure, you just have to trust that every girl that comes on is doing their job, and we did it today, and by hell, we deserved
So here we go. It is the 2018 Brendan Johnston Cup Final. We're in Athlone. It's through Barry Park, and it is a rematch of last year's final, which will be really interesting. It's Garda College against IT Carlow, with Carlow edging it narrowly, famously, fantastically last year. Carlow have made a lot of late changes going into this decider due to an injury in the front row to Marty Mulhall. We'll detail those to you shortly. So let's quickly show you the teams for this final. Garda College, very, very strong team. Barry O'Connor, Conor Muldoon in the front row. Watch out for the number 9, the scrum half, Gavin Houston as well. That's Garda.
Ready, black? Blue.
And this is the Carlow team. Lots of late changes. Marty Mulhall is out, so Pico and Oganaya are the props today. And John Murphy in the scrum. He was originally on the bench, plays his rugby for Carlow. And this is the much changed bench as well. Numbers all over the place. That's not the originally picked 15. And they announced their rejigged 15 about 10 minutes before kickoff. Hey ho! So here we go for the final. Garda College against IT Carlow for the second successive year. It's Gavin Houston, Garda in the blue, obviously, and IT Carlow in the red and black. And it's a short one played up by Houston. They are as originally picked. Owen King trying to drive in. And straight away, opportunities for Garda College here to have a kick. A little look around by Alan Gorn as he assesses that he wants to go for the post. So a kick for the post straight away for Garda, Owen.
Yeah, I'd expect Alan to get this. This is actually his home ground. So if he doesn't know these parameters, he really should. He really should get this.
Right in front of the post, and he scored, and it's a good lead for Garda.
Yeah, simple kick over there from Alan. I expect him to actually kick quite a lot.
Line out throw then for IT Carlow. Went high to the back. A nice piece of thievery in the end by Leon Fox for Garda College. And they'll get it away. The kick by Gavin Houston, but claimed again on the 22 or just outside, and there's plenty of support here, and it's good running here for Patrick Connors. It's going to be the opening try, and it's for IT Carlow, and it's scored by David Murphy of Naas. Carlow hit first blood in terms of try time, and it's David Murphy who gets it. Good move.
Yeah, great intent there by Carlow. As soon as that box kick was half blocked down, Garda were always going to struggle. They were tight in. That really needed to get into touch from Garda's perspective. But I think we've seen the template for how it's going to go and how both teams are going to try and play this now. Garda need to try and keep it as tight as possible, and Carlow are trying to be a lot more expansive.
McDonald's conversion. Solid right-footed kick between the posts, and it is 7 points to 3. You might have just seen the flags behind the goal fluttering a little bit. Not now, they're not, but 20 seconds ago they were, and it was blowing right to left as he saw it. Slight movement in that direction, but nailed the kick very well, Owen.
Yeah, bodes well for Carlow. They left a lot of points on the tee in the semi-final against DIT. They could have been out of sight a lot earlier, only for a lot of missed penalties. They left 12, 15 points in the tee. So that really bodes well for Carlow, the fact that Aidan has started so well with his kicking.
It's dug out by Isaac Daly. Let's look at the raw power. It's Russell. Picked up by Daly again, sending it to his left-hand side. But what a rob! Owen Doyle grabbed it. Oh, he's on the way here, Doyle, and surely nobody's going to catch him. It's a real foot race, but Doyle, brilliant interception. Great try for Garda College, and they're in the lead.
Yeah, that's a huge boost for Garda. They probably confidence was dented a little bit that they didn't score inside that first 10 minutes, but that really takes the pressure off now, and we really have a good game in our hands here.
Oh, without a doubt, what an interception by Owen Doyle. Had a couple of attempts at Isaac Daly to throw it out, and Doyle shot away. The man from the Boyne over the line. And it'll be Alan Gorn again with the conversion. 1 from 1 so far. easy. 10 points to 7 is the Garda College lead. So he's got 2 from 2 now. So here comes the put in by Gavin Houston, and it's picked out by him. And a superb kick up by Alan Gorn. It'll be smothered on the 22 by Seamus Kern of Carlow RFC. Great running this is by Patrick Connors of Dungarvan. They've effectively switched wings. They were supposed to be on the opposite wings for this. They've switched numbers, switched wings. That'll be picked up again by Isaac Daly. He'll get it back towards Impico. What a sight crashing forward, particularly if you're about to face him. Speaking of which, ball's been shipped back fantastically, very, very swiftly. Cleverly done by Nick Doyle. Here comes the refit by Isaac Daly. Great breaker was by Ola Ogunkoya. It was down the middle. And here comes another terrific break, and it'll be another try. David Murphy does it again. That's his second and Carlow's second try. Great running, great work.
Yeah, great try by Carlow. You can see they're just getting that little bit wider off the first phase. The little hit-on pass from the first receiver is catching the Garda defence in around the ruck, and you know, it's making great strides from him. I thought that one of those passes now was very flat, but referee Carl Collins is right on it, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But great try by Carlow, great display.
Barry Park in Athlone. Right-footed, held up a little and pulls to the right and wide. So that's his first miss. First missed kick of this Brendan Johnston Cup Final, but it's IT Carlow who lead by 2.
Yeah, he missed a kick, but he's pulling the strings well there, Aidan MacDonald. He played Leinster under 18 clubs in 2014, so again, another player with some pedigree.
It's picked out well by Isaac Daly once more. IT Carlow possession, good up and under. Solid, heading towards halfway.
Yeah, well spotted by the ref. The players in front of the box kick there didn't retreat, they weren't played onside, so it'll be interesting to see now what they go for here, because obviously the penalty will get them into the lead.
It's in range. They'll go for the post. And 1-2 to the left. This for the lead for Garda College again. Ooh, right-footed and sliced and wide. Well, now they both missed one each, McDonald and Gorn. Interesting. 12-10 it remains.
Yeah, and equally the Division 1 plate, UCC beat UCD 28-19. So they've all been competitive games today, and which is great to see. That's all you really ask for.
Put in solid by Isaac Daly, but he took his time and he's got men in blue all around him. Looking for the turnover, it's been helped away and wrested away by Aidan MacDonald, the IT Carlow out half. Uses his boot a lot, but used his head and his hands there and how they needed it. Just around the IT Carlow 10. Short for Impico. Garda have prospects again now.
Yeah, and Pico's pass is just a little bit low there. It forced the support player to the ground, and Garda were on him straight away. As I said, every ruck is so contested. There's nobody fanning out. They're just going hell for leather for it.
Put Garda College into the lead. It's a better one. 13 points to 12 is the Garda lead.
Yeah, great kick there again from Alan. Like, I think he probably has a few more meters than that one, but Athlone or Garda will be happy with the lead going into half time, because whatever bit of a hill there is in the second half, if we get it, and they have been using their kicking game, which won't be as available in the second half, I'd imagine.
Towards the 10-metre line, and a chance to go beyond, and a short one for Ntinga Impico. He's up towards the 22, and he stayed there. Support from John Murphy. Isaac Daly there also. Daly across towards MacDonald. A little bit of butterfingers from Ronan Scott, but he didn't knock it on. Or did he? Half-time it is anyway.
Yeah,
and
very,
it is
very nearly another intercept there. Would have been interesting to see right on half-time, but no, great endeavour by both teams. Like as you said, Will, that 40 minutes absolutely flew by.
Well, it has been a fantastic first half, and that's how the points went on one by one. And at the break, at Newbury Park in Athlone, in the Brendan Johnston Cup Final, Garda College 13, IT Carlow 12. So here we go again, only 1 point between them. Garda College 13, IT Carlow 12, as we enter the second half here at Newbury Park in Athlone. It just went through Mpiku again, but just knocked on. It will be Garda College's for this restart. Put in to come from Houston. Driving it on a little bit and being clawed forward by Sean Glynn. And they've got the decision their way. Another decision to come here for Alan Gaughan, and he will go for the posts again. They reckon it'll be that tight. First time he's faced these posts tonight, but definitely not the first time in his career. Alan Gaughan, right-footed, that will not make it. Right and wide, and it's 3 from 5. IT Carlow resolutely tried to get the turnover here, but missed out. Houston to dig it up, pick it up again for Gaughan and FIONN Mulligan. Great chance down the middle for Alan Gaughan. Now he was caught high. And Carol Collins will have a look at this, a severe look. I wonder. He's calling Michael Russell, and Michael Russell is sin bin. So IT Carlow down to 14 for the time being. For the next 10 minutes, it's a sin binning for Michael Russell.
Yeah, really no doubt there. That actually almost could have been worse for Mikey Russell, but Alan Gaughan is really up the ante. He did a huge clear out here for an out half off a ruck after missing that kick. Probably a little bit frustrated, and he's taken on 2 balls there. But I think Guard actually in the second half are starting to show the other side of their game. They're really going expansively. Just need to hold the patience and not kick too much into the phases. But no, they're really showing their full repertoire here.
Stopped with scrum half Gavin Houston again, and Brendan McSweeney, the captain. Jamie Houston of Kilfeacle. Gavin Houston looking around, could go to Conor Muldoon again, goes beyond him. It's with Alan Gaughan. Swiftly, Kevin Seymour, now a great break. Owen Doyle, long, just about kept alive by Jamie Houston, all the way over on the left-hand side. FIONN Mulligan playing his part too. So dug out again for Gary Crow by Gavin Houston. Crow of Ennis. Good Clare sporting surname. Alan Gaughan, just went through the hands of Owen King. But the man from Navan responded, and Jamie Houston drives on beyond the IT Carlow 10-metre line. It's with Gavin Houston. Short for Brendan McSweeney. Got beyond FIONN Mulligan. Houston now. Good dig out for Jamie Houston from Gavin Houston, the brother. Little bit of ground made by Sean Glynn up towards the IT Carlow 22. It's been cleared out. It will be Garda possession when play gets whistled up. Another decision for Alan Gaughan to make again. It is Ronan Scott being spoken to by Carol Collins.
Yeah, Carlow are absorbing a lot of pressure, so it's sort of inevitable that these penalties will come. But up to now, Garda haven't scored in the second half. But I'd imagine Alan Gaughan will take this.
It's on front of the post, slightly right of centre. And Gaughan has made it, and it is 16 points to 12. The Garda lead now, and it's 4 from 6 for Alan Gaughan. Didn't make a lot of progress. Rakibi made sure of that. Well, Garda College lead by 4, and they're on the front foot, and the passing is superb. And here goes Jamie Houston. Houston heading for the corner. Hold down, Owen Doyle it was with the pass that opened the door for him. So Gavin Houston looking to come on the scene. Dish it out quickly, and he did so. Towards Kevin Seymour. Alan Gaughan with the quick pass. 6-7 from the IT Carlow line. It's Gavin Houston to fish it out again for Glynn. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Tried to give IT Carlow the eyes. He was looking the other way. Unfortunately, so was everybody else, including his colleagues. Here's Houston once more. Chance to fish it back. Alan Gaughan is there. And it's back for Jamie Houston with a drop kick at goal. There you go. So it's Barry O'Connor. That's a long one. That's a beaut. That's a great claim by Kevin Seymour of Nina RFC. And now here goes Jamie Houston again. He's got support on the overlap from Dylan Sheehan. Sheehan heading up. Still going. And this will win it. Jamie Houston's over the line for Garda College. The drop goal a few moments ago, and now a try. And that surely is that. It's double scores for Garda College. 24-12.
Oh, what a fantastic try. I think Garda kept all those plays in the locker in the first half. They sort of played it quite tight, used the wind, probably maintained a bit of energy, but really good back play there. You can see Matt Brown's stamp on the play there from Garda College, and to score like that off first phase was fantastic.
And this is the moment when he knows he's getting in, and that Garda surely know they're on the way to winning this. Jamie Houston with the try. Wide on the left. Solid right foot kick off the upright. 4 from 7, and yet they lead by 12. Chance to drive on. David Murphy picked up by Aidan McDonald again. A short one for Joe Carley beyond the 22, but Garda have turned it over. Thinking about putting the ball dead. It's been knocked on, it is over, and Garda College get revenge on last year's final defeat at the hands of IT Carlow, when Carlow came back to win by a point. Well, it's double scores to Garda College in this year's Brendan Johnston Cup Final. They've taken it by 24 points to 12.
Yeah, huge congratulations to Garda. All those guys over the years I mentioned, they've never actually won the cup proper, even though they've won two leagues now in the new structure. But it's not just that they won it. I think it's the way that they played and the way that they altered their tactics for the second half and really had a go, kept the ball in hand. While Alan Gaughan couldn't kick it as much in the second half, he really pulled the strings and moved Carlow around, and obviously they pulled out that unbelievable play for the try that clinched it. So huge congrats to all in Garda.
It was great to get back here. We knew we were a bit stronger than last year, but you know, Carlow are a great team. They always have been. They have a great setup, and you know, we knew deep down it was going to be us two at the end of it. So I was just glad to get one over them anyway, like last year.
I mean, good comeback from them this time, which you thwarted. We can walk and talk as well, by the way.
Yeah, look, we knew it was going to be a tough one. All we knew we had to do was stick with the game plan. And that's exactly what we done. Yeah.
And I mean, a glorious try to clinch it, pretty much as well.
Yeah, it was a well-worked move. We've used that move a few times throughout the year. Sometimes it can get ugly, but thankfully it came off today.
Obviously, Carlow weren't expecting that then.
No, they weren't. It's a quick snap move off the back, and we just outnumbered them. And if we get those boys out wide, there'll be a lot of damage done.
Yeah, the second half was good. First half was tight, like we thought. Carlow, good side. Just delighted with the win, and we pulled away in the second half. It was brilliant. Yeah.
And nice to get your hands on this particular silverware, having been beaten in last year's final.
Exactly, yeah, it was brilliant. Bounced back well from last year, worked hard all year, and got what we deserved, thank God.
Well, congratulations, well done. Let's see if we can get FIONN Mulligan in if you want to talk. 24 points to 12, excellent victory over an opposition you know very, very well.
Yeah, it was a lot tougher game I thought than last year. Last year I thought we were a bit unfortunate to get the win, so we worked a lot harder this year, different team. We got a lot of new players in. It really made the difference. it was a completely different backline. I think there's only 2 of us there, so it's a great win. Delighted to get one over them now.
I only showed up there last week, to be honest, so I don't know. They were stuck for a man, but no, it's great to get the win. They got us last year by a point, so it's great to get one back over on top of them, so it is.
Well, they drafted you in at the 11th hour, was it?
They were stuck for lads, yeah, lads were falling out, so I got in there, luckily enough. So thank God, got a medal out of it.
Right, let's speak to the man who, with that brilliant try in the second half, congratulations. There's a good reason why we're talking to you about this, the drop goal and the try in the second half.
Yeah, the drop goal was just a bit lucky. Great try. Dylan gave a great offload on the outside, and so Duffy ran a great line off, and we were lucky to get in. Yeah.
I mean, fantastic. The try and the drop goal just a few moments before that, and it was only separated by something like 100 seconds, 120 seconds.
Yeah, the drop goal was a bit of a look. Anyway, it took a while to go over, just creeping over, and yeah, it was worth the shot. So it just about went over.
Yeah, they're a very strong side. We had them last year. There was a very close game back in Carlow in the league at the start of the year. We pipped them at the end, so we knew coming down it was going to be a very tight game. But I think the final try in the game kind of sewed it up for us. A savage try, and there's probably no coming back from that, I think. They're very good, but very strong side, Carlow. We just pipped them this year. Nice to get the one over them.
I mean, the moves and the training pitch seem to come right tonight.
Yeah, well, look, it's hard when we're all over the country. See, there's guards in the college in different stations, you know. So it's very hard to get everyone together. We don't train a whole pile, so lads are kind of playing off instinct out there too, you know. So, which is nice to see. It's not all prescribed and that. So, but everything came off. The little flicks and tricks came off tonight, and a grand night for it as well. So, it doesn't always fall that way.
And 2 Houstons on the pitch as well.
Yeah, funny enough, but sure, look at he led the way today anyway. That's for sure, with the try. So, it's nice to win something with your brothers and that, and hopefully another few coming years.
That's it then. Fabulous victory earlier in the Women's Division 1 final for University of Limerick as they defeated DCU, having been beaten in last year's final, and the same story for Garda College. Lost last year to IT Carlow in the Brendan Johnston Cup Final, but this time around it was just too arresting for Carlow as Garda College take the honours. So Barry Park is good night.